steaks. So here's your choices. This is a beautiful 2-ounce collection. You can choose, do you want the 12 or do you want to double it up and get the 24? You can then choose, do you want it to ship right away or do you want to wait till December? We can actually delay the first shipment until December and then we ship it to you, so if you want to use it just for the holidays. Beyond that, you also have auto ship, which means you can literally get this right now and hold that price and stay in the auto ship, and that comes every 60 days. In our auto ship though, you can actually adjust it to whatever amount of shipment time you would like. It's very, very easy to do. So I want to show you value though. If you just get the 12, because I did the math earlier, you're spending $5.75 a piece. And for filet, that's incredible. Go for the 24. Here's why. It drops down to $4.50 a piece when you order the 24 pack. That is a really, really super savings. Now, on top of that, we are offering you your free shipping. That's great because you're not spending $1 to get this shipped to you. And we've got a big story to tell you about. Chef loves butchering and he's proud of being a butcher, so much that in a very competitive world of great restaurants and great shopping, he opened up his own butcher shop in LA, in the heart of LA. It's called Gwen. Hey, Chef, tell us a little bit about your passion for the meats.
Well, firstly, Gwen's named after my granny. My granny Gwen, she lived on a farm, so I grew up around that sort of rural community. And, you know, my mum would tell me a story how her dad, my granddad, would have a lamb hanging from the oak tree. And I'd be like, oh, my goodness, you know, it's a bit different than how I grew up. But we grew up as a family of butchers. My brother started as a butcher, so did I. And then we decided to open our own butcher shop. Now, what that means is, yes, knowing how to cut meat and, of course, be a craftsman, but also knowing how to develop incredible relationships with farmers. Now, what we do is source this Australian beef, no added hormone, no antibiotics. But let me cut into a piece here because this gorgeous little filet, it's only 2 ounces, but let me tell you something. When you cut into it, it is rich, it is tender. You can see how incredibly juicy that steak is. And if I show you how tender it is, look at how that just falls apart. I mean, it is just, so it's like eating a little slice of butter. It just melts in your mouth and the flavor is rich. It's got a minerally sort of a note to it. Oh my goodness. It is so good, Suzanne. I love a great steak.
I do.
And for me,
I love a great filet.
Isn't it so true?
Yeah.
Because it's so tender. Now, here's the deal. When you're looking for a filet, what you want to do is find one that has a little fleck of white through it. What that is, that's the intermuscular fat. You can see it all the way through. Now, of course, we're using center cut. This isn't the tail, this isn't the head, this is the center cut. And those little flecks, that intermuscular fat or that marbling, gives you beautiful richness, okay? And that's very important for a filet because they can tend to be dry unless you get one that's nicely marbled like this. This is how we pack them. 4 per pack, right? So 4 per pack, frozen to you on dry ice. They'll arrive like that, so you throw them in the freezer, and when you want to just cook for a couple of people, you pull out 2, you pull out 1. If you want to cook for a bigger group, of course, you're going to pull out even more. So here's the deal. When you've got beautiful filet like that, even when it's cooked well done, if it's cooked medium rare, and watch how the knife just slices on through, can you see that juiciness, that incredible tenderness right there? I mean, it really is just something else, right? Like, you know, I'm not even putting any pressure really, and you can just see all of the juice falling on out of that beautiful filet. So beautiful and so easy to enjoy. Now, how do you know that it's perfectly cooked? Let me show it to you. Pick up your kinetic thermometer. It doesn't take any batteries, and all you do is you give that a real quick shake. That's Rochelle over there playing with my electric knife, by the way. You turn the probe around, you pull that out, you probe it into the thickest part, and then this is going to give you a digital readout. 125 is medium rare. Okay, let's see if it's telling the truth. I know it is, but let me just prove it to you. We go ahead, we slice right on through. Does that look medium rare? You'll never overcook another steak when you pick up that kinetic thermometer and when your steak is as tender and juicy as this one is. And like I said, even a big thick piece of meat like this will still just fall apart in between your fingers. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about the auto ship. Which one's getting most limited? Because I had a quick look before. There wasn't many left.
Let me explain what happened. We started out with how many, Allison? We started out with almost 5,000 of sets of these. Right now, how many do I have left total? I have 2,900 left between all the versions you're seeing. If you want the single ship of the 12 pack or the auto ship of the 12 pack, this is your last chance to get it. So if you just want 12, if you just want one tray of these, you want 12, either one shipment or you want the auto ship, so it keeps coming, that's now almost gone. So you want to order that right away. I'm telling you though, the smarter value is to double it up. You want to get the 24 pack because it comes down to $4.50 a steak versus $5.75. I'm like a total customer nerd. I like did the math for you. And I was like, wait a minute, I think the 24 is a better value. And it clearly is. That's a nice savings. But you'll get all 24. They're going to last obviously a long time in your freezer. You don't have to gobble them up all at once. I don't think they'll last very long in my freezer because it's a filet, for gosh sakes. It is the gold standard of steaks. It is what I order anytime I'm going to get steak because it's delicious and it's tender and it's juicy and it smells good and it tastes amazing. But again, I would go, if you're thinking about getting either the single 24, you can get the auto ship, you can have us ship it right away, or you can wait for your shipment until December. So maybe you're like, I'm gonna order it now before it's sold out, but I don't want it until the holidays get closer, then ask for the December shipment. And even the December shipment, you can add auto ship to that, and you can control auto ship. Cancel at any time, slow it down, speed it up, whatever you'd like to do. Chef, where did you discover your fillets?
Okay, so these are out of an Australian farmer, beautiful, gorgeous rising plain of nutrition in the grass. You know, the great thing about Australia, it's an island, right? So we're very protective of it. It's also a big island, so lots of beautiful green grass for these cows to roam on. And these steers are absolutely happy, natural, beautiful animals. And let me tell you something, delicious. Let me show you the portion size that you're getting out of this 2-ounce steak. I can cut it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 slices. So look, I know it's only a 2-ounce steak, but if that's enough for you, then 1 is enough. And to think that you're paying $3.50, by the way, that's a well-done steak right there. Let me show you something that's a little less cooked. And look how juicy and wonderful that is. Now, even the well-done steak, and I did it on purpose, is still juicy, tender, and fabulous. I never thought I'd say that. And you should cook it medium rare, okay? But if you don't want to, I'm not going to come and lay down the law with you. You can cook it however you like.
I like medium, Chef. I'm sorry, but I like medium.
No problem. I know lots of people have different requirements. And look, here's the deal. Even when it's well done like this piece, you can still see how juicy and incredible that is. Now, awesome. Let me cut a couple of these because I really want you to see. Chef, can I do another update real quick?
Oh, yeah, please. Thank you. If you want the 12-pack right away, Allison, you're going to have to help me on it again. Okay, if you want the 12-pack that ships immediately, and you want to get it on auto, that's my only version. So if you want the 12-pack, all I have left is auto ship on the 12-pack that ships right away. And then I've got both single and auto ship to ship it in December. I know it's a little bit confusing, but quite frankly, here's what I would do. I would go for the 24-pack. It's a better value, right? I love a good value, and I've loved fillets, so if you do too, go for the 24-pack, put it on auto ship, and then you're done. And then it comes every 60 days. But remember, you go on hsn.com, and it is ridiculously easy to adjust your auto ship. I just adjusted an auto ship on Tweaked. It's a product that I love. It's a hair care product. I have it on auto ship. And the other day I just clicked it because I already had some still and I'm like, I don't need that right now. So I delayed it actually until January for my next shipment. So it's really, really easy to control auto ship. The thing is, you want to get in on the smart deal before they're gone. And these are rapidly selling out. So again, we're losing some options at this point, but right now you're in pretty good shape, especially if you want to double up and get that 24 set. You know, Chef, I know you take great pride in your meats, and we talked about this with your pork earlier. You guys really do tons of research before you invest in the farmer or the farm that you're working with, don't you?
Well, here's the deal. We do tastings all the time, and we do that where we line up 10 different farms, we line up 10 different breeds, different ages. And when I say ages, we talk about aging the beef. We can wet age it, we can dry age it. There's a variety of ways we can manipulate that meat into something that tastes wonderful. This is wet age for 28 days. Guess what? Aging beef for 28 days takes time, which costs money, all right? We're bringing you this value because it's a direct relationship. We're going to the farmer, we're bringing it direct to you, okay? There's not a bunch of middlemen that are all getting their hands in the pie, and that's an important thing to note. You won't, oh, pardon me, it's the pepper in the air, because I tell you what, this steak is so wonderful. Let me just cut into this filet for you and show you, even when it is well done, you can still see how ridiculously juicy that steak is, and that's a well-done piece of steak. Let me cut one that's a little less cooked for you and show you. This would be my preference. You can see how perfectly juicy that is, right? Just so lovely and wonderful. Now, I do have a couple of things to show. I've got this incredible butcher's salt. It is so good. It is smoked. It has a little bit of pepper in there. We use it downstairs at Gwen, so I sprinkle that over the top as a finishing salt. It also comes with the California Cabernet and a mesquite sauce, so go ahead and drizzle those over the beautiful steak. Now, the steak is wonderful. Doesn't need a sauce, doesn't need a dry rub. It's only if you feel like doing something a little different. We also have our flavors of the world and our grill spices. So if you want it, this is the grill collection here. Steakhouse blend, that's another one we use at Gwen. We've got the blackening spice, we've got herb and garlic, and then we've got, oh, this one snuck into the wrong box because that says Mexican and it shouldn't. That's out of the flavors of the world. Anyway, you get the grill spice set, or you get the flavors of the world, and we'll, the herb and garlic
Chef,
was the last one, yes.
And Chef, really quickly, guys, if you want the 12 or the 24 to ship right now to you, you don't want to wait, get it now. Those will not make it to tonight's show. So if you want the 12 or 24 and you want it to ship right away, again, you want to get it home, you want to do that now. We're almost completely sold out on those options. Your other option is going to be delaying it until December, and then you can have it single ship in December, or you can have it auto shipped in December as well. This is a great Christmas gift. Can you imagine getting this home and then giving this to that really hard to buy for guy in your life? He would freak out. It would be such a good idea. What'd you say?
If the doorbell rings and someone says, oh yeah, I have a box of incredible steak for you, it was shipped by a friend of yours, you're gonna love that friend. Let me, as a guy, as a gal, whoever you're sending it to, they're gonna be so appreciative. And let's face it, we can't get to visit everyone right now. We haven't been able to go and visit my in-laws who don't even live that far from us. So we're sending them things all the time, and it really is a beautiful way to show your love and to show that you care for them. Look, what I've got here is this gorgeous steak, beautiful filet mignon. It doesn't get any better than this. It is packed on dry ice. Now, we are having an entire meat sale at HSN, so I encourage you to go online. We've got the pork ribeyes from Pennsylvania, the Duroc pork. We showed them a little earlier. We've got the Faroe Island salmon. We've got scallops. We've got shrimp. We've got grass-fed burgers. Go check out everything that we have at hsn.com. You can cook it on the grill. You can do it in the pan. By the way, you guys, I wanted to show you really quickly, if you're in the mood for a stock pot, and we all will be real soon because the weather's about to take a real turn, the DuraPan stock pot is available. It is a 10 quart and an 8 quart. And again, you can get those silicone handles that match back to the color. So you can go ahead and pick that up. We have my beautiful new electric knife. We've got an incredible 5-piece utensil set right here. And I know I'm throwing you through a loop. You're trying to keep up with me with all the different graphics that you've got to bring up. I'm sorry, you guys, but I just wanted everyone to see all the things that I've been cooking with for the last 2 hours are available at hsn.com. We're getting so short on quantity of these steaks. I'm trying to think of things to talk to you about because we're about to sell out. So if you want the steaks, give us a ring. If you want them right now, you've got to call immediately because we can do them shipping straight away or shipping later in December,
Chef,
which is a wonderful thing to have coming later in the year.
And then in the auto ship for the 12-pack, I have 2 dozen left. If you want them to ship right away. In the 24-pack, oh, there's less than 1,000. Now, to ship now on the 24, so I'm recommending the 24. It's the better value because if you get the 12, I